She came back with the electrical fault. So let's come over here to vehicle status. Electrical system not working correctly. Well, there we go again, another 15-minute wait, and started charging here at this red Shell E in Longview. Sounds like I got 2 more charges before I get home, and one of them I'm gonna have to wait 15 minutes to let the damn car reset.
We have a white arrow and a blue circle. There's no blue dot to follow.
Yeah.
We're following the blue dot. We are the blue dot.
Well, welcome back to the Kilted Texan, and we're off on another madcap adventure. We're headed into Alabama. We're going to Huntsville. And no, I did not mispronounce Huntsville. This is not home of the astronauts. Trust me, I know. We are headed to Huntsville to pick up a truck purchased at auction. It is a 4x4 F-150. We're taking my sister along here for her first road trip. It's time to replace her pickup, which has more miles than the space shuttle. So we're headed off to go get it. Won the auction, and this is going to be a long road trip to bring her home. So right now we are on our way, and oh, the ID had a little interjection to send in there, but we are happier than a 2-peckered puppy, and we're going to be stopping the first time in Waco, and got to do my traditional stop and go get myself some of them nachos at my favorite Mexican food place in Waco, and then need to make a decision as to how I'm going to deal with the run eastward. There's been a lot of weather here recently, so we're trying to figure out exactly kind of which direction to go, floodwaters and storms and everything else being what they may. But we're either going to run over and do a quick top-up over in, I think it's Fairfield, Texas, or we're just going to go straight to Longview and visit one of these Shell Red E stations up in Longview. So we'll see where we end up. I'll make a decision while we're chomping down on some nachos, and we'll figure it out. One of my favorite YouTubers likes to say, "I'm going to wet the back neck."
Just rinse it off there. They had a little rain over here.
It's locked up.
Huh. Over there?
That'd be it. All right, well, we rolled in here to Fairfield, Texas, to Sam's Restaurant, and this is my first time at this charging location, but we started off the day with 100%, and made it all the way to Waco, and I said, man, I got enough to make it over to Fairfield. So I went ahead and came over to Fairfield, arrived with 6%, about 11 miles left, and right now we are charging up at 182 kilowatt. I don't have to go too far. I think I've got to go to 60%, and I'm headed over to Longview. So we're gonna go ahead and crank her up here. Very happy to see those charging speeds. We won't be here for very long at all. So we're going to press on with a great exuberance, and then when we get to Longview, we'll see how we're doing. Let's go inside and check the stats. Well, we're charging up here, and at this point we're at 35%, still seeing 133 kilowatt. So let's take a look and see if we can't see what our efficiency was. So essentially we ran 222 miles and averaged 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour, averaged 61 miles an hour in 3 hours and 42 minutes. So yeah, we ran pretty good and pretty decent efficiency. We had a pretty good headwind. There's some storms and everything else around here, so I imagine that 3.4 may be the highlight of this particular run. But we'll see how we do as we get further along. What I'm shocked is that we're sitting at 92 kilowatt at 79%. That is amazing to me here in Fairfield. It sounded like Farmer Johnson. You remember that one time we tried to give that cat a pedicure and then threw him into his underpants? That's the way he sounded.
That's it. That's it.
That's the sound.
That's perfect. Right. Yes. It's kind of like Arkansas.
Yep.
Yeah,
we didn't make it all the way to
exactly.
Kansas, so we'll just make this one our Kansas.
Shells, Denny's, Texas Best. Is that what? No, we're not close enough, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, it's a Texas Best. Okay. Around into there. Right. Into there.
Oh, got him.
You do?
Yep.
Oh, now I see him. Good God. Looks like a half a Buc-ee's. I know.
It's a Buckley.
Yeah, it's a Buckley.
We have made it to Longview, Texas, and we are at a Shell station, the Red E chargers, and they're supposedly a little expensive, but there's really nothing out here in the charging desert between, well, basically all the way over to Monroe, Louisiana, and that's the next stop is the Electrify America in Monroe, Louisiana. So we're headed over here. Let's see what kind of charging speeds we're getting. Okay, well right now we're doing about 80 kilowatt. So not too bad, I guess. So we'll see where we end up. All right, so rolling in here in a Longview, ran 123 miles, averaged 58 mile an hour, 2 hours and 8 minutes, and averaged 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. There's a lot more hills in this particular area, so that's why we kind of slacked off a little. Since our start, 346 miles, averaging 3.4 total, and 59 mile an hour. So we're doing pretty good, I think. You know, not bad for a four-wheel drive. And we'll keep pressing on. Next stop is going to be Monroe, Louisiana. So right now we are going to about 75%. So we're going to shut down and get out of here. This one again is kind of expensive, so I'll let you know what it is when we actually when we stop. All right, so we got it up to 74%, 36 kilowatt hours, and $31.76, 78, 82. Let's go ahead and we'll stop her. So that is a total 3201 for the amount of charge, and stayed at 75%. So again, a little expensive, but you know, when you're a monopoly, you can charge what you want, I guess, out in the middle of nowhere. I'd forgotten that they were even on.
Oh. Hello, policeman.
Be careful with the kid.
That dude looks a little rough.
We used to go to get granddaddy chicken livers.
Ah.
Oh, this is a man who puts squirrel brains in his eggs. So
Oh, God. Yeah, I saw the green. There we go. That's why it had that weird turn.
And now we're here in Monroe, Louisiana. Stopped at a Target. It's about 2 something in the morning, but we're here charging up, and we'll get some numbers here in just a sec. As you can see, the dashboard is showing you that we came in rather low on battery. Came in right at about 5%. Let's see where we're sitting as far as charging here. We are the only ones here. Again, 2 o'clock on Thursday morning. Friday morning. And looks like we're sitting at 183 kilowatt. So we should be good. 184. She'll ramp up and we'll see how well we go. Let's get inside and get some numbers. So we're running 182 right now into the battery. We're charging up pretty quick. Let's take a look and see. Okay, so 159 miles, average 64 mile an hour. 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, 2 hours and 32 minutes to make that run. And again, we popped in with not too much juice on here, but we have a very long haul to make on this particular run, so I need to make sure that we go as high as possible. It's a 209 mile run over to the next stop, so we need to charge up all we can. So we'll catch you on the next one. So it's actually in Jackson we're going to be topping off here. We're just going a little bit, well, we're going to try to get as much in here as possible. That way we have to pay less. Of course, I'm still in my promotional free charging, so I get 30 minutes. So we're gonna get as much juice in this thing as possible here, so that we have to pay less in Jackson to charge up. So that's where we're at. And then from Jackson, that's the 209 mile stretch. So I was mistaken. And this is why I love the ID.4s with that Chattanooga battery. We're up almost 80% within the 30-minute timeline from a 5% start and still ripping along at 95 kilowatt. That is amazing.
So what's the next one? It's not Electrify, it's the other one you did?
It's EV Connect.
Okay. I'll go. Oh, yeah, we'll come out and around.
Level 2 chargers.
Oh, okay.
All right, we are in Jackson, Mississippi. We're using these EV Connect chargers over here. See how fast they're going, but essentially just we're able to authenticate and charge using the EV Connect app. So, and you can use Apple Pay on it as well if you have that, or you can add a card to the EV Connect app, whichever one you prefer. Let's take a look and we'll see how fast we're charging. Okay, well, right now we're chugging along at a measly 70 kilowatt. This is at the BMW dealership on the south side of Jackson, Mississippi. But, oh, there's 71, so maybe she'll speed up a little bit. But we rolled in here at about 32%, something like that. And if you can see, it says that it'll go 180, but I think that probably is on, it's probably on an 800 volt system. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our numbers to get to Jackson, Mississippi here. So we went 118 miles, 63 mile an hour average, about 1 hour and 53 minutes, and a 3.3 mile per kilowatt hour average. So this one is the long haul run, so we need to charge basically all the way up and top it off. So that's, I think, what we're going to do is we're going to just go to 100%, or at least 90 something percent, because we got over 200 miles to go till Tuscaloosa. We're going to the Mercedes-Benz experience or something like that there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So that's our next stop, and well, maybe lean back, close my eyes, take a little nap, and we'll see you on the next leg.
And this is the long stage.
Yes, the long stage.
You know what I meant?
I knew it. Got him.
You got him? Oh, yep, I see. We actually have a crowd.
Yeah, we got a few Mercedes over here. All right, so we made it here to Vance, the Mercedes place, and we're charging up here. Gonna make the run into Huntsville. And this is a pretty nice place. Lots of nice Mercedes. Saw a Maybach go through here. Almost feel bad not having my caddy here, but no big strains. But we are pushing, let's see, we're pushing 183 right out of the bat. Rolled in here at like 20%. So we'll take a look at the numbers and show you how far we've come. But we've got her cranking up. We're going to get as much as we can here, and then when we pick up the truck in Huntsville, we'll come right back here and plug her back in, see how much juice we can get in her. We need probably the full 100% to make it back to Jackson, Mississippi. So yeah, we'll work that out when we come back. But let's take a look at the numbers, see how we did on this particular leg. And this was a long stretch, 209 miles, so it worked out pretty well. Okay, so right now we're sitting at 28%, and we're still sucking in 150 kilowatts, so that's a good thing. we're trying not to be hampered by the 80%. So as far as we can go, we're gonna go, and then come back by and top her back off after our run into Huntsville. So let's take a look at how we did numbers wise. So we ran 198 miles was the actual total. 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour is what we averaged. Seemed like we had a lot of downhill. 67 mile per hour average. So we did pretty good. Since the start so far, we've done 823 miles since yesterday afternoon. Average 3.4 total, and 59 mile an hour. Been driving for 14 hours. Woo, that was a long time. But I got myself a little nap at the end of the charge there in Jackson, Mississippi, so that helped me make this particular run. And then we're going to try to make it all the way back to Jackson, and then got a hotel room that I can go lay my weary head for the night, and continue back into Texas tomorrow. So head back here and see how much further we can get up on the scale before we head back to Jackson.
Yeah, I just thought that was really cool. All the way across, I was like, yeah, that's kind of neat. Hello.
There you go. Okay, I'm taking us the most direct route to Buc-ee's, and I'm avoiding all of that traffic. Oh, sorry, you can't come this way. No through trucks.
It's 35 through here.
Yeah. But I'm with the mayor's truck. I'm good.
And guess who's behind us?
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. My bad.
And Google says it's 45, but the last sign the car read was 25.
I see the Buc-ee sign.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'm going to probably follow suit. So again, we're here at Birmingham at Leeds at a Buc-ee's, and we picked up the truck. It's over there fueling up right now, but we're here and just got it back here with about 40 some odd percent, sitting at, looks like right now at 100 kilowatt. So we're not setting any records, but we're not doing too bad either. But I'm gonna charge up here, and I'm gonna go over to the Mercedes place and try to get up as close to 100% as possible. Just do a little hop, and then I got to make the run over to Jackson, Mississippi, and that's gonna be the 210 mile, and it's gonna be a lot of uphill, so it's gonna be close, I think. But we're gonna give her a shot, and then actually gonna stay the night over there because I've been awake going on right at around 24 hours now. So as soon as we get over to Jackson, which is about a 3-hour haul after the Mercedes stop, I'm gonna take a big old nap. So and we're gonna let this thing slow charge in the hotel parking lot. So other than that, we'll go in and we'll take a look at the numbers, see where we're at. Okay, as you can see, we're at 51% right now, still pulling 94 kilowatts, so not doing too bad. But you can see this is a fairly nice Buc-ee's, and it's got 4 Electrify America stalls, 350s, and a whole bunch of Tesla stalls, and then there's a Mercedes-Benz charging setup over on the other side of the parking lot, not to mention all your fuel and all that other good stuff. So pretty decent Buc-ee's here in Birmingham, Alabama. Well, Leeds, Alabama, technically. But we're cranking away with the juice. Let's go ahead and see where we are as far as numbers go. And had a nice leisurely drive away from Huntsville, Alabama, where we picked up the truck. So that was kind of nice. But the last run was 128 miles, averaging 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. It was, like I said, we're running slow, so we're doing good. And 46 mile an hour average, 2 hours and 47 minutes. So we are pressing on with a great exuberance. Since the start, 3.4 mile per kilowatt average and 951 miles. So it's been a long run. Yeah, go over.
Yeah. I got half a mile. And yes, you're gonna freak out because I am not gonna go. Tell me to go. Oh no, it's got me going left. You were just now turning on a Mercedes drive, weren't you?
I am.
Did you go on the right or the left lane over?
Right lane.
And just turning in.
Yep. All right, we are back here at the Mercedes Visitor Center in Vance, Alabama. We just hooked up. I've got like 73%. I need to go to 100 because I need to run that long run over to Jackson, Mississippi. So let's see how we're doing at the top of the battery pack. We're at 74 kilowatt, looks like, at 73%. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm okay with it. Just sit here and let this thing top off and then make the run over to Jackson, Mississippi. We'll see what the numbers look like here. So from Buc-ee's, it's a 50-mile run. We averaged 62 miles an hour, 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. That's pretty good. Took us 49 minutes to get over here, so not too bad. And since the start yesterday in the afternoon, we're on 1,001 miles, 18 hours total drive time, and 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour average at 56 mile an hour. So doing pretty good. One thing about the Buc-ee's Electrify America chargers over in Leeds is that they do not honor the 30-minute free charge or fast charging or the 3-year. They don't honor that deal. And there is a little warning actually on the Electrify America app saying that that Buc-ee sets the prices, or that it's set by outside influence, something like that. So just be aware, your free charging does not work at that Buc-ee's there in Vance if you happen to be in the area. So that charge did cost me 13 bucks, which, you know, I needed it, so that's all right. We're fine with it. But other than that, we got a long run coming up here, going over to Jackson, Mississippi, where I'll let her soak on probably a Tesla destination charger overnight, and we'll kind of check in once we get over there to get all the full data. And just to let you know, that's the pickup that we picked up. That's the pickup that we picked up. So we'll talk to you here as soon as we get over to Jackson, Mississippi.
All right. How are you?
Getting tired, but this is the beginning of the long haul, the long run. We're sitting at 21% of battery right now. So we did
Really?
good. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't as uphill as I thought it was going to be.
Stage right. Oh, deja vu. But in the daylight.
Yeah. Daylight Javu.
Towards the law school. Let's see. Are they all full?
Now there are a couple of them over here that have stuff at them, but
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Perfect situation for this one.
there you go.
Fried cheetah.
We may have an issue. This one is freaking out. Yeah. Comes up with electrical system not working properly. So it stopped charging in the middle of the night, right? At 89%. So we may have an issue. It'll make it to Monroe, but we'll see where it gets to from there. A lot of times it's one of those where you just leave it alone, walk away for 30 minutes, and then come back. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. Okay, and I am showing 4 minutes. Now 1.5 mile to destination. So yeah, coming around the backside back here.
So are you close?
Yep, I am.
Looking full. Select screen. One trip through driver assistance.
Well, today is the second day of misadventures of my ID.4. At the hotel last night, she stopped charging at about 89% in the middle of the night. It was on the level 2 Clipper Creek charger. Stopped at 89%. So I said, all right, well, I guess, we'll be okay. Come out, get in the car. And when I get in the car, she's showing the electrical system fault. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll press on toward the goal. So coming down into Monroe, Louisiana, I figured once we get down here, I'll give her a shot and see if she'll work. And of course, plugged in, no dice, she wouldn't charge. So when she wouldn't charge, I went ahead and went back and I said, all right, let's just let her sit. So there's a International House of Pancakes over here. So I went over, had myself a nice omelet, and just let her sit and think about what she'd done, get herself straight. And then I turned back around, came over here, plugged her in, and she is now charging. So we are good. She is gonna make it. And let's take a look and see what our percentages are. I had enough juice in her. I went ahead and hypermiled it all the way over here because I said, well, if everything goes bad, I can at least, I've got like a 5-mile delta. So it's 95 miles to Shreveport, the nearest VW dealer, or, it's going to work. But I had about a 5-mile surplus in the charge because I had hypermiled it all the way here, no AC, and it's, you know, 80 some odd degrees and humidity so thick you could swim through it. But she woke up and she's happy again. She's charging at 107, so we're gonna let her get up to snuff here and get underway. But just let her sit for an hour and she reset. So I guess we're continuing on. I'll go over the numbers that we've got so far now and show you where we're at. All right, so here we are. We're up to 49% now, and there goes my sister dancing. It worked. She had high hopes, and I did too, but I think her hopes were higher than mine. She didn't want me to ride home in her truck. But anyway, we're going 95 kilowatt here at 50%. I mean, not setting the world on fire, but we're going. And let's take a look. We'll get these big numbers here. Since the start, again, this was this morning. So starting in Jackson, Mississippi, we're at 124 miles, 2 hours and 7 minutes to get here. I was averaging 59 miles an hour. I was going like 62 miles an hour with my nose up the trumpet of a nice big rig trying to hypermile. So we did 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour over here. Lots of uphill and lots of wind going all sorts of places. So, and of course, that's going to be the exact same right now. Anyway, that's where we're at. We're starting back toward Texas, and we are very happy that she woke up after her little tantrum this morning. So we'll see you. Thinking Longview is going to be our next charge, and it's going to be a real quick one, just enough to kind of juice up and then make it down to Sam's Restaurant. I can't remember where the town is. Fairfield, Texas. Anyway, that one was the one that had outstanding charges. So we're going to be pressing on toward that one. Well, as soon as we got back in the car after charging, she came back with the electrical fault. So let's come over here to vehicle status. Electrical system not working correctly. So I'm gonna have to probably let her sit in Longview again and let her go.
So, whatever.
Well, there we go again, another 15-minute wait, and started charging here at this red at Shell E in Longview. Sounds like I got 2 more charges before I get home, and one of them I'm gonna have to wait 15 minutes to let the damn car reset. So we'll keep pressing on. All right, as explained, we're here at the Shell Red E in Longview, Texas, here at the fried pie shop, I guess. And right now, we're charging at 113 kilowatt. It's actually better than we did yesterday when we were here. So doing a little bit better. I'm only going to 60% here because I'm going over to Fairfield or Fairview, or yeah, whatever it is, the Sam's Restaurant place, for another charge up. But let's see what our numbers look like so far coming here from Monroe, Louisiana. Let's see, and the vehicle. And right now it's not showing the error, but I bet you when I start it, it's going to come back up. So since the last charge, did 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, is 161 miles from Monroe. Went average 65 mile an hour and took 2.5 hours roughly. Since the start, well, this morning, 285 miles, 4 hours and 40 minutes. and 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour. That was after I hypermiled this morning, trying to make sure that I had enough juice to make it to Shreveport to drop it at a VW dealer if this thing didn't reset and work. So we're pressing on toward the goal, and we'll rejoin you when we get to Fairview or Fairfield, Texas, wherever that thing is, where Sam's restaurant is, and we'll charge up there. Well, I made it to Fairfield or Fairview, Texas, to Sam's restaurant. I'll be honest, I'm more frustrated than the guy in a round room told to pee in a corner, because this thing, I gotta let it sit. And if I drive it from when I turn it off to let it sit to try to reset, it then kicks up the error message. So I gotta put it, block a stall. Now, thankfully, these stalls aren't very, thickly used. But I got to block a stall, let it sit for 15 minutes or so to reset, and then go plug it into charge. So we're going to plug it in. We'll see if my luck holds out. Wish me luck. Pray for me. All that good stuff. Well, the strategy seems to be holding. You can see by my dash, she is charging. And she is ramping up. We're at 7%. There we go. $180, $181. Well, I saw 187 out of here the other day. 182. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on this, and I'm gonna let her have 30 minutes to charge up, and we're gonna get on out of here to Waco. And Waco gonna have to do the same thing, only those chargers are a little bit more heavily used. So I hope I don't piss anybody off. Okay, she is actually sucking in 179 to 180 into the battery. Of course, coming off the charger's a little bit higher because of the AC running and all that good stuff. But we're gonna charge up here and let her go. We pulled in again at 7%. Now we're all the way up to 14 already, and I didn't dawdle. But let's take a look at the numbers and stats so far. Let's see here. So it was 117 miles since that red E station, averaged 3.2 miles per kilowatt hours, a lot of elevation changes and stuff like that, some small towns to run through. 58 mile an hour average. Took me 2 hours and 7 minutes to get over here, so yeah, we did all right. Total up this far, 403 miles, and that's actually not 100% accurate. I think we're more than that, but anyway, 60 mile an hour average, 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And 6 hours since leaving the hotel. But today has been a frustrating day. Today has been one of those days where you have trouble trying to argue the point that EVs are a good road trip vehicle. This is one of those times that it makes it more difficult to argue that point. But I still say that this is the best road trip car that I have.
Be warm. But I did fine with my other fishing shirt going, well, if I get out and it's raining, it'll just bead and go right off, just like a duck. But I'm fine. Oh, there's that one video you see, and I'm not sure if it's a lab, like a chocolate lab or a black lab, that's hunting something, and it's like a raised flower bed that's all greenery. And he goes, it's right here, and he's jumping up and down, and then all of a sudden he goes, I got it, and the dog's head and stuff just disappears into the greenery.
All right, so this is the last charge I need to do before headed home. The having to wait for this thing to reset at every charging stop all the way from Alabama has really been a severe pain. But, and she probably added, well, a couple hours to this trip. But it's still the most comfortable, most capable travel vehicle that I have. So other than that, she is charging. I just let her reset here in Belmead, or Waco, basically, for about the last 10 minutes. And it reset the computer, and now it's taking a charge, and she'll go to the dealership to be beat on probably on Tuesday, because Monday is Memorial Day. So other than that, I'm going to charge up. We'll take a look at the numbers here in just a sec to see how we did, and we'll try to forget this particular experience. So we are at 57%. I just have to kind of top off here to get to a point where I can make it all the way home. It's almost 200 miles home, so we're gonna have to go pretty high. Let's take a look at the numbers so far. And the last charge was 59 miles. Took us an hour to get here. 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. I was rolling out at 75 mile zone. I kind of overcharged, so I figured, well, I'll try to get as much out of the battery as I can to get it back down for this particular location. Averaging 59 miles an hour. There were some towns, but between the towns is a 75 zone. So we were cooking pretty good. So overall, since leaving the hotel this morning, 462 miles, almost 8 hours, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour, and a 60 mile per hour average. So we've been rolling along pretty smartly. Next stop is home, and I can't wait to hug my wife and kiss my dog on the snoot. I'll probably kiss my wife first. I don't know if she really cares for when I kiss the dog first, but we'll see you for the final numbers when we finally get home.
And then heard the song and went, okay, I gotta have that on my phone. I like that.
Passing 8th and 3rd Streets, Houston, Tillotson. Oh, and now I'm coming to a stop in the right lane. That Cybertruck doesn't have a license plate on it.
Should be just. Just in the sea of a lot of red right now.
Yep. Now I'm passing underneath the bridge right after exit 234A.
Multiply and fed them after midnight, because they are vicious idiots.
So as you can see, it was a little bit of a frustrating run to Alabama. We did get the vehicle to charge after letting it reset for differing amounts of time. I think we came down to about a 10-minute reset time, but you had to lock it, walk away, and get out of the key range. So that's the whole important part. Other than that, it was a mission success. My sister loves her truck, so that's a good thing. And we did it cheaply because of my free charging plan for the 30 minutes. So it was minimal fuel cost. But other than that, if you're going to crash into that like button, subscribe for more. And hopefully when you come back, you'll get to see a better heeled ID.4.